So now we're going to ice the board, and as I was saying before, we're going to do this a slightly different way from the norm. What people tend to do is ice the board separately, leave it to dry, and then transfer the cake over once it's dried. But we just do it all in one way, which is much easier. So we've got the remainder of the sugar paste, and we just want to roll it out, same as before. Okay. So just rolling it out, and just remember always turn it around and reshape it, and clean the rolling pin and roll out. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're rolling it down to about 4 mil thick. Actually 4 or 5 mil is fine. The thicker the better sometimes. You don't want to go down to sort of 3 mil, because then what happens is the ribbon's actually higher than the sugar paste when it goes on the side of the drum, and it looks a little untidy. So just rolling it down. Good, nice and smooth, and just trim this a little bit off here, and just borderline, so that's just perfect. So that's about 4 mils thick. So now what we're going to do is make sure it's going to fit the cake board. That's fine, so I've got plenty of sugar paste there. Now it's an 8-inch round cake, so what we want to do is cut it roughly a 6-inch round circle from the middle of the cake. So you can either get a drum to do that, a cake card, or just do it freehand. So about that size there. There we go. So there we go, so that's me cut out my circle. So if you just get a little bit of water or sugar glue and just wet the board. There we go. Watch not to put the water too close to the end of the board. It's just that when the sugar paste goes on, it squelches it out, and then when you put the ribbon on you get water marks around the side, which doesn't look very appealing. So clean the rolling pin, lie it in the middle, flip it right over, lift the rolling pin up, bring the cake across. Now the very edge of the bit you've cut out should go on the edge of the cake, and then we just roll it across there. Make sure the rolling pin doesn't actually touch the surface of the cake. And very, very quickly, just shake the sugar paste over the side. It's almost like dressing the cake with a skirt, and we're just bringing that down to the bottom. Now once we've got it right down, you should actually be able to see a little bit of the cake drum. And once we can see the cake drum, all we want to then do is then just tuck it back up beside the cake there. There we go. And then just smooth that on. Right. There we go. And then just get your smoother and very, very carefully just press down to smooth it off. Watch not lean against the cake because it's still soft. And you can see there, that's when we got the ice board as quick as that. So there's none of this transferring over and risking damage in the cake. With a clean knife, so make sure there's no sugar residue on the knife, so we just want to give it a quick clean. There we go. So nice and clean, and then we just want to put the knife, just push the knife against the cake drum. Now just start sliding the knife around, no sawing action, just pulling it around, and you can see it just glides through the sugar paste just nicely. Okay, clean the knife, and then the same thing this direction. Okay, and then just take off the sugar paste, and that's just got a nice board. Perfect. So just put the scrap sugar paste in a bag, and now what we want to do now is attach the ribbon to the side. So we're going to go for a pink ribbon. So if I bring the turntable back over, what I've got here is a smaller drum, which gives us a platform. So it's just hovering above the actual cake, the cake turntable. And what we want to do is get some Brit stick. Other brands are available, and what we want to do is just put some Brit stick all the way around the side here. So it's non-toxic, so it's absolutely fine to use on the board. And generally what I normally say is if you see someone eating the cake board, it must mean your cake doesn't taste that good. There we go. So that's the Pritt stick all the way around. By doing the platform, it just stops the Pritt stick going onto your cake turntable. So just remove the card and the board and put it back on. Now I've got some 15mm ribbon, some pink stuff. Now if you just spin the cake round, you're looking for the bit that you're not happy with to be the back of the cake, so that's where the join is going to be. So I'm not happy with this bit just here, there's a few wee imperfections. So unravel the ribbon, attach it to the bottom of the board, like so, so it's flush with the bottom, and don't press it on, just let the turntable go round, and you can see there it would just get a nice smooth ribbon onto the board. And a pair of scissors. Now just cut it about 2 centimetres or about an inch roughly, just over, so you've got a slight overhang, and then put a stick again just to stick it down. Now you could use, if you wanted, like a pin with a diamond or a pail to stick it down at the back, but again I don't like using the pins in the bakery. There we go. Good. So now that I've got the board iced, what you can see, if you can see closely there, you can see the cut edge around with the knife. It doesn't look very appealing, and it just looks a little bit rough. So what we want to do is get that professional look, just by going round with our hand and smoothing that bit off. So you can see there, just very softly going round, and it just gives it that rounded edge just to sort of match the cake there. There we go. Perfect. Good. So as you can see here, we've got this really nice iced board, and we're now just ready to put the finishing touches onto the cake. So the next stage is putting the straps for the bow, some sugar balls, and then finishing off with the bow on top. And then that should be us finished this cake.